fighters. Everybody thinks they are one. Everybody believes deep down inside that they have the power to become one. But only real fighters know what it feels like to get into the ring and give their all, only to be bashed down again. This is what makes not only a fighter, but a warrior.
And we welcome you to another week of the Loki and Jabroni show, live for us on iTunes, Podomatic, Podcast Addict, and Yarn.fm. For you fine folks, my name is Jabroni. That beautiful man across from me is...
Loki, as always. How is everybody doing? How are you doing, partner?
Man, I am tired. Let me tell you that.
I hear you. Played some basketball with the boys yesterday. I'm feeling it a little bit today.
The trip to get the midget. 2 games in 3 days. Man, this has just been... At 43, I can't do it like I did when I was 23.
We try.
It's busting my freaking ass, I'll tell you that much.
We definitely try, I'll tell you that.
But we've had beautiful weather, been able to get out there and teach the girls. Back in the softball groove, man, the little Tigers, we're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've lost 2 straight, but, man, you know what? A win is a win when they do everything they're told to do.
You know, that's just it. It's like when we were coaching, when I was coaching the team, a couple of kids get down on themselves. And they do. They blame themselves, but it's like it's a learning experience. Mm-hmm. And as long as you are doing what you're instructed to, that your coach is asking you, you're going to develop. Mm-hmm. And that's how you get those instincts, and that's how you work with it. And it's funny that you bring that up because our guest today is the very, very spectacular Mr. Blair, the bullshark tugman.
Not only a fantastic MMA fighter who is getting into the cage on April 22nd at Mohegan Sun,
but a mentor and a coach.
The coach of Team Tugman Wrestling Camp.
He has an incredible following of wrestlers, and wrestling, as it will, is starting to really pick up. Mm-hmm. And Tugman is, if you guys haven't had a chance to really check him out and see how he works out, he's one of these guys that he not only gives his all in the ring, he gives it as a coach, he gives it as a friend, he gives it as a mentor, and we love having him on the show, and we're really excited that he's going to be rocking our show on his chest down to the ring. For those of you that you picked him up, congratulations, all 9 of you.
I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to abstain. Mike said it first.
But no, I want to thank Paul Benoit from Benoit Signs.
Very much so.
He kept the price still low for me, even though I didn't go past the original quote that I thought I was going to have. But he was really cool about it, and he took care of it. So I will say that for our actual our own T-shirts that we're going to be making, I'm going to go back to him, and I'm going to take care of him that way. So. We're looking forward to do business with them for a very, very long time.
And here's the thing where a lot of you guys
local business too. So
local helping local. Here's the thing that a lot of you guys were worried about the first time and this time. When we do the shirts the next time, no time limit. We get them made. They're going to be here at Valhalla Entertainment
They'll
Complex.
Be
in a box. You order one, we ship it to you. You're going to see our handwriting on it. Yeah. Hell, we may throw a little picture or something inside. We may throw some
goodies up in there.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Let's do something nice for you guys. Hey, maybe if you leave some reviews, Sully the Scully will come in the same box. You never know.
Well, you got to order a shirt first.
Yes. I had a couple shout-outs I want to do before we get into sponsors, and we got Blair coming in about, I'd say, 9 minutes. In my family, seems like birthdays all fall on the same day. January 28th, I think I have 75 relatives that are all born on the same day. Today,
we're pretty spread.
What's that?
We're pretty spread. My side's pretty spread. It's all over the place, which is nice.
Our family decided that we're going to throw them all on one day, but these 3 are like family. One is family. I got 3 birthdays today I want to shout out. I want to start with Mary Davis. She's in South Carolina. She is a listener. I'm not going to tell you how old she's turning, but I've known Mary for nearly 30 years, and a better friend I could never ask for. The same one goes for the second one, Debbie Fargo out of Lisbon, also a listener, part-time albeit, because she's got 3 kids, man. She's got shit she's got to do. So when she does show up, man, great to have you. Happy birthday, Deb. Not going to tell you how old she is. Never divulge a woman's birthday.
One pot in the ear. That's all I got to say.
That's it.
That's all you need.
That's it. You're cleaning the house.
Yeah, exactly.
You're doing your
walk
running.
Walk around with that with your little smartphone.
Yep.
Go right onto Yarn. Go right onto frickin' iTunes. Go on to Podomatic. Go over and wherever you got to do. Put that one plug in. Listen to the kids and listen to us. And
That's
laugh
it.
your butts
Especially
off.
Mary's traveling all over the country with her job. Won't tell you where she works. Don't need stalkers. She can have her little gimmick in while she's on the plane. What does she listen to? Ellen J.
Hell, you got a Bluetooth. You got a Bluetooth little. It'll play right through the Bluetooth.
There you
and
go.
as you get a phone call, it'll slowly fade us out, put us on pause, and then come right back. I know the technology.
You won't
people.
miss a thing.
I know the technology.
I do it every week with this phone. Lastly, I will tell you how old this person is. Happy 41st birthday to my kid brother, Matt. It's his birthday today. And you know what, Matt? You've grown into more of a man than I ever thought you'd be after being a rambunctious little shit for the first, 18 years of your life. But, man, you know what? I'm proud of you.
Sometimes it takes time, man.
I'm glad to throw this out here to you. Happy birthday, kid. We'll see you in the summer. We got to talk about getting you some Red Sox tickets when you're up here. I know just the guy to go to.
And I got to give a quick shout out. If you guys all listening, by the time you're done with this, it'll be close to the time anyways. We are having an awesome party.
Where?
For two very, very good people in my life.
Absolutely.
One has been in my life for a very, very long time, and one has just recently come into my life with the occurrence of my podcast partner.
Hey.
We originally it was a Immortal Beloved's party, and then we kind of fart and fall a little bit on the Thor aspect because I realized that his birthday is actually tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday! It's my grandmama's birthday
tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
no
we're
party
gonna
for
be
you, Grandma.
we're gonna be having the Immortal party rocking on with a little bit of. It's gonna be like an Immortal all the way across. We got
Why
Thor
not?
out there,
Look,
we got.
with the exception of a few guests that are coming in that don't normally hang in that circle, it's going to be the same circle anyway. Why not piggyback them?
I'm saying.
No harm, no foul.
I'm saying.
But if you're not out tonight, you're not going to Tokyo Sushi, which, damn it, if you're listening and you hear this before the party, get out there, show some love to Loki and Jabroni, show some love to Thor, show some love to the Immortal Beloved. One thing, guys, if their hands run empty, you're not doing your job. Make sure they have a night they'll never remember.
I'll tell you what, Thor's going to be easy because he doesn't drink a whole lot.
No, he doesn't.
So
neither does Angela, but you know what? Couple 3-4 drinks and she'll be, reciting the Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's my thing. But if you're not going out to these parties tonight, guys, and you got scratch in your pocket, you got an itch for ink, you need to go down and see our friends at Sublime Ink, fantastic sponsor of the Loki and Jabroni Show, 577 Route 12 in Groton, Connecticut. 860-445-4200 is your number. You have 4 fantastic artists that are just fantastic supporters of the Loki and Jabroni Show. You got my man Falcon Dave Kovalik. You have the wonderful and talented Dana Batts.
Punch.
You have the not-so-furry Justin Furr.
He's not furry.
And you also have
Dave the Nightmare. But not to your tattoos. He's actually really good with those. Kruger.
Mention you heard it here on the Loki and Jabroni Show. If you go to Sublime Ink, which you should, mention you heard it on the Loki and Jabroni Show. Let them know we love them. Let them know you love us and them. And it's just a fantastic thing all the way around.
Yes.
Now, we are 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out from the fantastic Colors for a Cause. That's on April 30th, 2016. Veterans Pro Wrestling presents Colors for a Cause. It is a veterans and cancer awareness event. $10 per person. Doors open at noon. Lectures, bands, entertainment, comedy from our man Big Ian Cunningham, and you have Loki and Jabroni live.
Yes, sir.
Wrestling starts at 5 p.m. We may not make the wrestling, but you know what? We are going to be there to provide you live entertainment.
Damn Skippy.
And Loki's got surprises for you.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have all kinds of good. We have some cool ideas set out.
I'm going to tell you when we get done before we do the live wrap-up. I have some surprises that you don't even know about. You've seen them, but you don't know about them. That we're going to have maybe a little trivia gimmick. If you answer a trivia question right, I'm going to dig into my little box of surprises. You get a little fantastical gift. And it's going to go with the theme. It's Veterans Pro Wrestling.
Just make sure you got the correct answers. I did a couple trivia. Yeah, it was funny. The other night at Pistol Pete's, I did some trivia. And I said, what is the one component or material, mineral, whatever, component, the
on the periodic table?
There you go.
Go ahead.
That has K in it.
Potassium.
Right. But it's
isn't
also
there 2?
Yeah, there is 2. Kryptonite.
You, the Superman guy.
I knew about the kryptonite.
You forgot about potassium.
I forgot about potassium.
Okay.
See, because kryptonite is Kr, potassium is
just
K. Right, exactly.
Which makes no fucking sense.
So the person comes up and goes, potassium. And I was like, you're a fucking idiot. Potassium starts with
And he
K.
told you were a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he goes, no, potassium is K. And I was like, okay, whatever, dude. Sit down. So then he comes back with Google and he shows it to me, and I'm showing him mine, and I was like, well, I guess we're both right. So yeah, I'll get you your shot. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But no, I kept my
See, that's
word,
the difference. When you're wrong, you say you're wrong. That's why I like you. We are
But no,
all...
it's funny you bring that up, man.
What's weird is that as soon as you said it, first thing popped in my mind, potassium.
Yeah, exactly. But
And you thought kryptonite.
I think kryptonite. Yeah.
This is why we work well together, kids.
And it actually is. And did you know kryptonite was actually invented during the show with Reeves, with the original Reeves,
The original Superman.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And you know why they invented it?
Why?
Because they had 2 shows running, one in the morning and one in the night, and that's how they said that they would make Superman. Because remember, it was supposedly a live action show on the radio.
Right.
So they would say that the kryptonite was there, and it put him away, so he could go live his life and then come back and be Superman.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Pretty crazy, right?
The things you learn from Loki and Jabroni.
See, you're always learning with us. That's a beautiful thing about it.
What do you got on your mind before we get Blair in 4 minutes?
So essentially, I do got to say that we as people really need to stop fucking around. And no, I'm serious. And stop being so fucking selfish to each other. Open up your eyes and do. You know what? I'm daring our listeners. Do one nice thing, if not a day, a week.
Sure.
Go out of your way to make somebody smile.
Sure.
That's all I'm asking. I was at work, and I think it was Thursday, and I went to go get some because I traded off half and half because I think the creamer's fucking with my stomach now. So I went with coffee. You know the
the half
creamer.
and half gimmick. Yeah.
So I got rid of that stuff, and I'm going with the coffee mate because it's a non-dairy. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So as I'm in there, this guy opens up the door for one guy. Right, guy doesn't say anything, just walks right through. And then, of course, he opened. He's still waiting for me. So I step up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's holding the door. He already held it for that guy. You know what I'm saying? I step up, and I open up. Hey, thanks a lot, dude. And he looked at me, and he was like, "You're welcome." The look that he gave me, though, was like I was the first person to actually say, "Hey, you're welcome." I obviously saw that other guy just walk right by him.
Right.
And that's my point, dude. Just the look in his eyes, like it showed me that this is how bad we are as people. We have our freaking phone out. We have our blinders on. We're going in. We don't even acknowledge the people around us anymore.
Stop thumb wrestling with Facebook and acknowledge the folks.
Not only that, just smile. I'm not even saying have a conversation with somebody. Make eye contact and smile at somebody.
I'm going to piggyback your point because there's not a day that goes by where I go somewhere with the immortal that I'm not rushing to get ahead of her to open the door. There are times when if we're going somewhere and I'm the driver, I will open her door for her to get into the car. She still looks at me like I got a dick growing out of my forehead, but that's the point. It makes me feel good to do that. When I go to a store, I stopped at the store on the way here. The lady says, "Have a nice day." I said, "You know what? I'm going to try. You do the same." That's my answer every time. If someone holds the door open, I'm the first to say thank you. I don't give a shit if they wanted me to say it. It makes me feel good.
I don't care if you don't want to say thank you. Smile at them. Acknowledge that they did something nice to you because you know what? They could have just walked through that fucking door.
And you know what? I am a guilty party when it comes to berating from inside the car. You see the guy with the blinker on. There's nobody coming. You wave them on. If I don't get the obligatory hand wave, I am going to MF you as long as the day is. All you have to do is this. Put your hand in the air, jiggle it twice, let me know that you appreciate the fact that I let you through because you know what? I didn't have to do that.
Right.
You can try to get into fucking Little Caesars parking lot on your own, jackass.
A lot of people don't get that point.
You know what? I really didn't have anything on my mind, but you know what? That was great because
I just, usually we talk about things that, like affect worldwide or whatever. And I think this is it's almost like a dare. I really do. I dare you, and I do. Screw that 1 week thing. Do it. I dare
once a week,
one time a day. Let's say it one. You don't have to talk to people. You don't have to do anything. Acknowledge them and smile. That's all I'm asking.
Let them know you appreciate it. Or you know what? You see someone
walking through
just
the
walk
door?
Walk
if you exactly. If you're crossing paths, acknowledge them.
We're also
show them
where we are in New England is a real hard place for that because people think you have an agenda when you do some shit like that. It's like, did you say hello to me? What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Yeah, why are you being nice to me? I know it's ingrained in our heads that we can't be nice to people. It's very easy. How hard is it? Hey, how are you? Don't do it to everybody. This isn't South Carolina or Florida or Georgia where you can get away with walking down the street. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? No, this is New England. Pick somebody. Pick somebody who you think needs a hello. They got a frown on their face. Maybe they're grumbling under their breath. Motherfucker, I hate my job. I hate this. Hey, man, how you doing today? Good. Make that guy or that lady think that, you know what?
Think outside the box.
Exactly.
Get his mind off that problem for that 1 second.
Bingo.
If he's just like, wow, that guy just actually said hi to me.
Act
wow,
locally, think globally.
Exactly.
How hard is
and that's my biggest thing, guys. Is just, just smile. Just treat each other better, man. Like, you'll see it. But we, going back to the subject, are very excited about having our guest. He's going to be here any second now. He's going to be fighting next Friday.
Yep.
April 22nd at Mohegan Sun on Spike TV. Whether he's actually on the show or if he's going to be on the live quote unquote website network, he will be there. My partner will be there live.
Yes.
I unfortunately am working that night. So we encourage any of you that have those tickets to root, scream, cheer for him, because we are behind him 110%.
And he's been behind us for God knows how
exactly.
long.
If you guys have just the faintest, just pick up that ticket and just enjoy that fight. That's all I gotta say. There's, you're gonna see fighters that are what I like to say, bruisers, brawlers. Josh Diekman, for example.
Yep.
You get hit by him and it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tugman is like, in my opinion, he's like Bret Hart. He's like that technician.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like
call.
Dean Malenko.
Ooh.
He really, you could see him analyzing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just about brute force.
He's not thinking of what he's doing now. He's thinking 2 steps ahead.
Exactly. And that's key. That proves, like, there's definitely a
and being a $145, I think, was his way.
Exactly.
Smaller guy. You have to do stuff like that.
We have our man, Mr. Blair Tugman, on the phone right now. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. What's up, guys?
Not much, man.
You sound fantastic. It doesn't sound like you've been training at all. It sounds like you've been kicking back with the Klondike bars, man.
I wish. Actually, I just got done training, and I'm sitting in my car waiting to go into the gym and sweat some more after I get done talking to you guys.
I know. I saw those sweet. Are you picking up those boots there? Those wrestling shoes?
Those are my new shoes.
Those are your new ones? Nice.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Now, being the jackass that I am, and you already know this, I'm going to ask you, your opponent coming up is Jay Perrin.
Yes.
Correct.
Jay Perrin has already backed out of one fight with you.
That's correct.
Tell me, am I going there on April 22nd sporting my fantastic bullshark t-shirt that you will also be sporting, and he's not going to show up?
No, I definitely think he'll be there for this one. For whatever reason, the first time he said he tweaked his knee. This is a bigger show that we're both fighting in, so I can't see him pulling out of this one. He seems pretty dedicated. It sounds like he's been working hard, so it's going to be a good scrap. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
Now, without going into too much of your training routine and what secrets you have, we already know you're motivated to fight. That's what you do. You've said it on here twice. You get in there, It's about being a warrior, about being tough. There is a little personal behind this one.
Yeah, there is. He definitely got under my skin a little bit. So I'm motivated as it is, but when someone starts chirping a little bit, that brings it to a whole other level. So.
And let me say, for somebody to actually get under your skin, because we know you personally, we know how you are, and let me just, like I said, for somebody to get under your skin, it had to have been something pretty fucking bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had a lot to say about people who have accomplished a lot in our sport, and guys that have fought on very big stages and world champions and things like that. And for someone of Jay's background who hasn't done shit, to open his mouth about those people bothers me. And there's a lot of people out there like that. So I'm looking forward to shutting his mouth.
Well, unfortunately, with fighting comes arrogance. I don't think say the arrogance almost has to get beat out of you. Do you agree?
I think so. I think people need to be humbled at some point, and I've certainly been on the other end of that, where I've been humbled myself. So He's a young kid, and
yep, it's that taste
you
of humble pie. That first little
yeah,
scoop that you get, and it's a bitter, bitter, bitter taste, and it doesn't matter what it is, but that learning experience stays with you for a long time.
absolutely.
Now, there's a bit of an age difference between you guys, and I've watched a lot of these MMA fights since the first UFC ever came around. People will say
Right.
youth is king. I say experience is king.
Right.
Your viewpoint.
Yeah.
Does experience beat youth?
Well, in this one it will. I can't talk for everybody, but in this one I'm going with experience. So you see guys still fighting and competing like Dan Henderson and guys all across the board doing well at all different age levels. I think at some point you got to realize, hey, I've had enough, but I'm not to that point yet, and I'm still feel like I'm in the best shape of my life and able to compete with these young guys. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens next Friday.
So speaking of next Friday, give the people a rundown. When you wake up in the morning getting ready for fight day, what you're going through, what your habits are.
I try and stick to the same routine I've been doing all fight camp. I get up nice and early and cook myself a nice egg white omelet with some turkey bacon and get some good food in me, and then try and relax a little bit. Then I'll try and break a sweat midway through the day, a light jog or a walk or some shadow and mitt work just to break a little sweat and open my lungs up, get the body awake, and then I'll relax again until I got to report to the casino, and then it's time to get ready to get to work.
At what point do you accept your Loki and Jabroni t-shirt?
I can't wait to get my hands on those bad boys. I'm excited. They came out great. I can't wait to rock that thing, and I know I'm going to have a lot of kids and friends and family that are probably going to want some of those. So,
well, I'll tell you
I'm
what.
excited.
I went through a local guy, a really good guy, Benoit Signs, and he kept that frame file on me. So if we want to remake those shirts, he has the template ready to go. So it's not gonna be an issue. Not gonna be an issue, man.
Now, regardless of if you're on the main TV Spike TV bit or you're on Spike, what is it, www.spike.tv?
Yeah.
Regardless, people, you can see Blair wearing this shirt and showing us support the way you have since the first time we ever talked to you. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you to your family. Thank you to everybody who bought a shirt. This is amazing.
Yeah, it turned into, we were just getting you a shirt and then maybe us to a shirt, you know what I'm saying? And then all these people were like, oh, I want a shirt, so it worked out really good. And like I said, this guy was able to really give me a good deal on these, and I quoted at having more, but a couple of people kind of fell through on our end,
Bastages,
so
all of them.
But the guy still helped us out, and like I said, he's going to keep the template there. We're going to do our next set of shirts with him, so it's going to be my back, I rub your back, you rub mine type thing, and this is a big. I mean, we've been blowing you up, forever because we really appreciate this. We appreciate this more than you know. I mean, seriously.
No,
man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the shirts, man. I'm excited.
Blair, what I'll do,
I
know I have to bring Blake and Mama and Dad their shirts. I'm off Friday, so I know where you're going to be in that general vicinity of Mohegan Sun. I'll get in touch with you or your brother. I'll bring all four at the same time. Bada bing, out the door. You never know. You'll see me walk up. Got my fantastic bullshark T-shirt on. Bada bing. You'll know I'm the ugly guy in the nice looking shirt.
Mm-hmm. So we were talking earlier. We pretty much put you as a tactician, if you will. People will watch you fight, and you can almost kind of see your gears turning as you're fighting. Like you're a couple steps ahead. Going into this fight, do you see yourself doing the same thing, or is it kind of be maybe a little different?
Well, I mean, I think I've evolved since the last time I fought, which was like a little over 8 months ago with Ken, and I tend to try and stay with what works for me and do the things that I do very well. But I've been working and evolving as a mixed martial artist for the past 8 months, so. You could see some new things in there, and I'm anxious and excited, I should say, to get in there and test out some new things on Jay and change things up a little bit here. And I know people go in there thinking that I'm just going to take them down and grapple, and might see something different next Friday.
Well, I was going to say with Kin, it was kind of like straight up, tactician versus tactician. You guys were playing chess against each other. I mean, a lot of people didn't see it, but as you guys are wrestling, you guys are going against each other and doing the force. With this J-Cat, I kind of feel like, he still hasn't decided what he is yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, is he a brawler? Is he...
Great point.
Is he this mat tactician? And it's kind of like when you face him, it's almost kind of like a wild card because you don't know what you're going to get. So, yeah, you have to kind of evolve your game to a point.
The point you just made is fantastic because I watched a couple of Jay Perrin fights. There were 2 on YouTube. And in one fight, he was straight ahead, knuckles to face. And in the other one, he's trying to get in, grapple. He's trying to get the man down. And he, like we just said about Blair, he's trying to think 2 steps ahead. Well, I'm here. I have to think about what's next. He doesn't have a style yet. And I think, look, I'm not kissing your ass because you're a great supporter of what we do. I'm saying this because I'm an objective guy who watches this stuff religiously. I think until he finds a style, he's going to be lost in the woods.
Yeah. I mean, I think generally his background is a boxing type background. I know he's been training at Sidutong up in Boston a little bit. I believe he's a purple belt under I don't know who, but yeah, I mean, I'd watch his fights. I'd say the same. I think Jay's he comes straight ahead. He's a tough kid. He likes to brawl, but I don't think he's as fine tuned as an experienced fighter that I may have faced like Ken. Ken was very, very poised, very fine tuned. I don't think Jay's at that level yet.
Right.
Not saying he can't be, and he's dangerous still. But I'm excited. It's a good matchup. He's going to be a tough kid. We're both going to come out at each other. We don't like each other, so that's going to add a little bit of fire.
Wait a minute. What is not to like about Blair the bullshark Tugman? I don't like a whole lot of people in this world. Blair, I like you. Who cannot like Blair Tugman?
I could probably name a lot.
Those people are ignorant. And speaking of ignorant, let's get off Jay Perrin for a second. I would say about 3 months ago, and Blair, you were a part of this, there was a movement online, Facebook, Twitter, whatever your mode of operandi is, to get a rematch between Tugman and Kin Moy. And it kept going, and Kin Moy put a statement out.
I was adding some fire onto that.
Yes,
I know you were. I know you were too. Yep.
The statement came out. It says, "I appreciate what everybody has to say, but unfortunately, giving Blair Tugman a rematch will not further my career." My statement, and if you, I know you saw it because there was that little big thumbs up that comes up on my little gimmick phone here that says, Blair Tugman likes your comment. It was like, if the situation were reversed, Mr. Moy, I believe that Blair Tugman would give you your just due. Why are you not doing this? Does your vagina hurt? What is your problem? And I know Mike threw some things on the fire too. In your own words, if the opportunity was there, obviously it was there, people were clamoring for it. Would you take it, 1? And 2, why do you think Kin said no?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I would. Me being in my shoes, I would love to take it. I still want that fight back, and after Jay and the title fight in May, I would love to try and get that one back. But I got these 2 in front of me. Coming from Kin's point of view, I mean, he's the number 1 guy. He won the fight, even though he was getting beat for the majority of it.
Amen.
He's taken the win, and he's moving on. And he's a step closer to getting a big show or a big title or a big fight. So he's being the businessman right now and not taking that tough matchup.
You don't see that as a bitch move though. You were getting your ass whipped for 2 rounds. And then in the 3rd round, you saw an opening. You took it. Fantastic by you. I'll go back to, I can't remember the opponent, but it was the Conor McGregor fight a few weeks ago. Conor's whipping ass for 2 rounds. The guy came in, oh, Christ. Blair, what was his name?
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz, thank you. Nate Diaz found an opening, took the win. Great. If they clamored for a rematch, I have this thing in my head that says Nate Diaz might say yes. Don't know him. Don't care. What I do know is... he got lucky. And when I say lucky, it's not like
Can I say that Conor took that with a grain of salt,
Yes,
too.
he did.
I was proud of him. It made me respect him a little bit more because I thought he was going to go a completely other way and bitch about it and be this, that, and the other thing.
Connor went the high road.
And he did. He took that high road, much like our friend Blair here. And the way that I was impressed. I really was impressed.
And much like Blair took the high road, Ken is kind of going, I won the fight. What's left? You know what's left? How about you recognize what happened in that fight? Blair Tugman owned your ass. You might as well tattooed your ass with Blair Tugman's bitch. You found an opening. Great, you got the victory. I was there. I clapped, golf clapped, just like anybody else. And when it was over, I thought, Blair can beat this guy. No, hands down, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm upset that he won't take it. I think it is kind of a bitch move, but it is a business as well, and he's working the business aspect right now.
Absolutely.
So I can't blame him, but we'll meet again as long as I continue to do my job. Don't worry about that.
And speaking of business, a lot of people, just like you mentioned, they might not realize you are doing 2 fights within a month's time. Now that's Iron Man shit right there, dude.
Yeah.
That's playing both sides of the fucking field 3 games in a row. Like seriously, man. This is how do you, like, we know how you prepare for 1 fight. How do you even mentally go in for 2 fights? Because these are 2 different fighters. You're going to have to go in with 2 different styles, and the second fight's a title shot. So now you have that on your mind too.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. I hope everything, I hope I'm healthy at the end of this one. And I'm not really concerned about the second fight yet. I'll concern myself with that on April 23rd.
Right.
The only thing I'm worried about right now is Jay Perrin and getting my hand raised against him. And it's definitely going to be something new for me and experience getting 2 back-to-back fights like that. But if I stay healthy, I think it's going to only benefit me having back-to-back fights. I'm already in shape. I already got my weight down, and I'm ready to go. It's only 4 weeks away after this fight. So
right.
I think it's a smart move, especially for an older person like myself. A little bit older fighter like myself.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah,
that is. You're already conditioned.
Get them in. I'm in shape, and I'm ready to scrap again in a month. So,
all right, I got to stop you, Blair. 35, am I not mistaken? 35?
Yeah.
Okay, don't use the word older until you hit 40.
You just made me feel really good now.
Well, I should.
You're trashing on us right now.
Yeah. We have 43 and 41 sitting across the table from each other. To us, you're like a kid.
I played basketball against my boys yesterday, and I'm creaking all over the fucking place, bro.
And coaching preteen girls kicks my ass. I'm telling you that now. I don't know how you do it with the guys 8, 9, 10, 11 up at Team Tugman Wrestling Camp. I don't know how you do it. But I also know you're in 1,000 times better shape than I am.
I don't know. I haven't seen you out there yet. We got to get you on the wrestling mat and see how you do.
Yeah, that will end like a fart in church, dude.
And speaking of which, I don't know if you happen to catch our wrestling thing that was going on. We had a WWE WrestleMania extravaganza at the Casa de Smith, the Valhalla Studios, and
nice.
we were very upset at the Undertaker match. Me more particular.
Oh, you need to tell him this. Yes, you need to tell him this now.
So in my drunken stupor, I may have challenged The Undertaker to next year's WrestleMania. Now, if per chance he does actually take me up on this offer, I'm going to need a coach.
I'm in your corner, man. I would love that. I'd be honored. That'd be sweet.
We're going to need an extra
team and beat his ass or what?
Nice. We're going to need an extra spot in Orlando next year.
Now I really want him to take that offer.
Yes, you do. We'll keep pumping that as long as we can. Let's shoot just a little bit ahead. You have a title fight with Reality Fighting a month after. Less than a month after this fight with Jay Perrin next Friday at Mohegan Sun Arena. Tell us a little about that.
Yeah, so May 28th for Reality Fighting, a bantamweight title, so it's 135. I'll be fighting a very tough opponent in Walter Petito Smith. Walter, I believe, is 4-4. He's a Team Link guy out of New Hampshire. Grappling background, but he's very well experienced. He's fought guys like Ken and some other tough opponents on some big shows. So he's definitely a big challenge in front of me after Jay Perrin. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait.
On a personal level, you're going into a title fight. You're going to win. That's my opinion. If you ask me right now, Blair Tugman is your winner. Raise the hand. Don't even do the fight. Fuck that. What does that mean to you if you can put yourself in those shoes now versus when and if it actually happens? You are holding on to this title belt. Is that a culmination of a dream?
Yeah, I mean it's part of the process that I foresee for myself. It's not the end all thing that I want to be, but it's definitely a part of what something that I do want to accomplish very badly is winning that bantamweight belt. And I kind of see that every night before I go to bed. I visualize things in my head, and I've already seen myself beat Jay Perrin about 1 billion times, and I've already seen myself raising up the belt about 1 billion times. So you have to have belief in yourself, and you have to see it before it happens. And I've been seeing it every night before I go to bed. So I just can't wait for the opportunity to actually compete for it.
If anybody ever questions this guy's just determination and fortitude, I'll kick him in the nuts myself.
Exactly.
Thanks for having my back. I need that.
Always. You've had our back, we got yours, man. It's one hand washes the other.
Absolutely.
And I fear you. I fear you. So that's what it is.
Yeah, nothing to fear here. We're friends. You feed me Klondike bars. We're all set.
See, that's why we did it.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up a point. Usually, you have your after fight gimmick at Margaritaville.
Right.
I'm going to ask you to move your party. Why don't you bring the folks? Bring the folks down to Pistol Pizza in Norwich. We're gonna have people in your T-shirts. They want to meet you.
Is it kid friendly?
I'm gonna have to look at Loki.
It can be.
It can be. We'll make it.
I can make it kid friendly.
We'll make it kid friendly. They have food and video games. Yes, it's kid friendly.
Because I'm gonna have a bunch of my little wrestlers and their family and stuff there. So I like to try and pick a place where all those guys can kind of hang out afterwards.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I'll tell you what, by Monday night, we'll have an answer for you.
Like I said, do your,
awesome.
We know that your margarita thing is your thing. That's what I'm saying. Continue to do that. But as that winds down, and you...
head on over there.
That's what I'm saying.
I would be 100% in for that.
Before last call, if you could, because, we have kids we have to get home to.
I would be in. You guys got to just give me the address, and I'll be there.
Done and done, and we're going to let the public know.
And your Klondikes will be there.
Oh, without question. We're going to switch it up. Not going to be regular Klondikes. We might get mint, crunchy, whatever. Keith Bar.
I'll get a whole Klondike and have them make a Blair Tugman.
There you go.
Let's get a spread of stuff. Chipleches, all kinds of good stuff.
I can see it now, the Klondike buffet. Like, kids, come in. Leave one for Blair.
Here's your Klondike buffet.
Just remember, I have to make weight in 4 weeks after.
I know.
One night's not going to kill you.
You only get one. You only get one. That's it.
You know what? I'll tell you, I'll make this. If he wins, he gets 2. Or should I say, when he wins, he gets 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Pictures aplenty. So you have the parent fight. You have the title fight on May 28th. What is next after these 2 fights for Blair Tugman?
I don't know. I mean, these 2 in a row, I'm probably going to take like a little break there for myself and let my body recover. I've been training nonstop for the past, God knows, 8 months or so.
What do you do for fun to wind down? You a fisher? Are you a golfer? Or
are you out there with big game hunter Blake Tugman?
Yeah, you a yachter?
No, not a yachter, unless someone's driving the boat for me. I don't know. I'll probably go to a couple baseball games here and there, and small little things, beaches, hikes, just kind of get away from things and relax. Right. And then obviously, I devote a lot of my time to my wrestling club and traveling with my wrestlers. That's a lot of fun for me. So I'll most likely be all over the country with those guys.
That's awesome.
And how are the kids doing? Last time you were here, you were talking up a couple of the 8, 9, 10 varieties. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing great, man. The club's growing exponentially. We've got like almost 70 kids total in there from kindergarten through high school. It's an awesome group. They're motivated, traveling all over the place. I'm excited for the future, of Connecticut wrestling and working with these guys. And
it's getting big. It's getting really big, man, and it's really cool seeing it grow. It really is, because it's a community sport. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Absolutely. Your family.
Yeah, exactly. There's not like, I don't know. when you kind of go old school, like say baseball and stuff, there's these. I don't want to call them, say, armchair coaches, but
I will after this afternoon. Yes, I will.
But they are. You know what I'm saying?
Dirtbags.
Everybody knows how to play baseball, so everybody's got their 2 frickin' cents to throw in. With wrestling,
don't get me started.
With wrestling, it's a shut your mouth and watch type of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think when people grow together and they learn a sport together and they get that respect for that sport, it brings, like I said, that community feel. And I love seeing this happening with wrestling because there's not a better sport that I think brings people together and actually shows competition and winning.
And discipline.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so many life lessons you have to learn from wrestling: discipline, dealing with adversity, working together with your teammates. I mean, it's an unbelievable sport. I'm lucky to be involved in it and coaching in it now, and it's what I love to do. So I'm very lucky to be able to do that.
Exactly.
Guilty pleasure question. I know Mike will answer this my way, and I know what my answer is. Do you have particular parents in that coaching era where your kids are out there, they're wrestling, doing their thing, and they're coaching from the stands? Or does that not happen with Team Tugman Wrestling?
Oh, I got to be careful what I say.
No, you do not.
No, he does. He's
right.
He's right.
There goes the shock value.
You get that pretty much in any sport, and you definitely get that in wrestling. It's an emotional sport, so I do understand. Parents get emotional, and they want their kid to do the best. And unfortunately, sometimes them screaming and yelling things out to their kid is not always the best course of action.
If I may say so, if you've never driven a race car, don't tell someone how to drive. If you've never swung a bat, don't tell someone how to play baseball. And if you've never gotten on the mat and wrestled for a win, don't tell your kid, shoot the half, because all you're going to do is distract that child.
Yeah, you're getting them worked up, wound up, putting too much pressure on them.
Give them an F5.
But again, I know the parents, for the most part, they mean well when they're doing it, but they don't understand a lot of the sport sometimes, and they need to learn to step back and let the coach, who they pay to coach their kids, do their job.
I wish you could see me. I am bowing to you right now.
Very diplomatic answer, my friend. Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
I'll take diplomatic over shock value. I'll take that. So, just something that popped into my head. You go into, is it Reality Fighting on May 28th? Is that the company?
That's correct, yeah.
And when, see that? Big capital letters. When you win the bantamweight title, does that change your standing in Bellator? Do they say, well, he's won a title here, maybe we should move him up the ranks a little bit? Or is it strictly what you do in Bellator is done in Bellator?
Well, I think it definitely helps, my status and my rankings in New England and things like that by earning a belt like that, and especially after winning this Bellator fight and then winning a belt right after it, I think that definitely helps helps boost me a little bit. So these two are big fights for me and my career. Like I said, it's I'm getting up there, so my career is not going to be going on for much longer, and these two are going to be a slingshot, I think, to where I want to get, and I want to get to the top and fight some of the top guys. So hopefully, one after the other, and then we'll see where Bellator puts me. But it definitely can't hurt by winning a belt. That's for sure.
So we know that you're getting ready to go work out. You're an extremely busy man getting ready for these two fights within the next month. So is there anything you want to drop? Is there anything you want to say to the people out there? Anything you want to promise? Anything you want to say to Jay Perrin?
I just want to thank you guys, the Loki and Jabroni show. You guys are awesome. Make sure everybody tunes in and listens to these guys on a daily basis. They're good people and good friends. Thank you for making the shirts. Thank you for my teammates at Ultimate MMA, my coach Andrew Calandrelli, he's the best. Marcelo Garcia, New Haven, my family, mom, dad, my two brothers, Blake and Brad, and all my Team Tugman wrestlers and supporters. I just want to thank everybody. If it wasn't for all the people that were behind me, I wouldn't be where I am today. So I really appreciate that.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gentlemen to the end, man. It's always a pleasure calling you friend. It's been a great friendship so far, man. We wish you the best. Like I said, unfortunately, I am working that night, but I'll be seeing you after the Margaritaville with your Klondikes.
Heck yes. I'll see you at the after party.
And
for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, I have my little computer to the side that I'll be having on that. So while I'm DJing, if they hear me go, "What the fuck," I'm gonna have to turn the microphone.
Nice.
We'll get you some nice intro music. If you tell me I am 2 minutes away, bang, we're gonna have you some badass intro music.
I'll get you the smoke and everything. You'll be good, brother.
Oh yes, that'd be awesome.
Last question on my part, anyway. Connecticut's a real small place, and people don't realize this. When you speak of states like Texas, Indiana, that are very vast, you look at Connecticut, it's like a blip on the radar. Does the success of a guy like Brennan Ward motivate you to push further and reach? Because Brennan's going to be on the TV card once again, and kudos to him, man. That kid is a freaking nightmare. I wouldn't want to stand across from him. Does that motivate you to push further?
No, absolutely. Anytime you see somebody from your area having that kind of success that you dream and want, it definitely motivates you. Brennan's doing an awesome job. He's a tough-ass kid, and could not be more proud of him. The state of Connecticut could not be more proud of him. And it's awesome to see his evolvement into the sport and his success. I mean, we're all rooting for him, and he definitely motivates me as an individual to continue to work towards my goals. So
excellent.
I'm pulling for him, man. I can't wait to watch him knock somebody senseless.
And that he will do. I have not.
I agree.
There's something special about watching him hit a guy right on the button, and the guy crumbles like a piece of paper.
Oh, he's a beast. He's a beast.
And he's a local beast, so we're behind him.
So,
heck yeah.
Good luck to you, my friend. We wish you the most pristine victory, probably in about 50 seconds of the first round.
Wouldn't that be good?
That would be awesome.
Choke that sumbitch out. You get the Klondike quicker.
Oh, thank God.
But thank you for your time, man. Like you said, we know you're a busy man, especially heading into these fights. We appreciate it so much, and I'm calling it, man. I think Perrin's in trouble, man. I really do.
You're saying 50 seconds in the first round.
I'm gonna say 50 seconds in the first round.
I
think he's ready for you, but mentally, I don't think he is. That's where I'm gonna go with this.
I'm calling Tugman, second round, choke out.
Nice.
Let him take that first round to go Tom and Jerry, cat and mouse.
I think he's going to bite off more than he can chew early. I have a feeling, and I think Blair's going to eat him up.
I like that idea, and I support it. You ain't going to get an argument out of me.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Not a problem, man. You go get him.
All right, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.
You're
no
very
problem,
welcome,
Blair. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You
Bye.
too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Blair Tugman. You will not see anybody better than him. I'll tell you what, it is a pleasure having him here.
Certified badass.
Absolutely. Certified great man, certified friend. I mean, there's nothing more we could say. I mean, he's awesome. He's awesome. And if you guys, like I said, he's local. If your kid is interested in wrestling, hey, it's very simple. Come check him out. Go to Team Tugman Wrestling, and it's right here in Connecticut. Like he said, he's a coach. He'll be more than happy to take care of that child for you. And
if I'm not mistaken, he trains out of Brantford.
It is Brantford, yes.
So if you're on that side of the state,
and even if you're on this side of the state, Brantford is not a far travel. I mean, if you guys really are interested in it and you want a good coach, check him out. As a matter of fact, I check him out on frickin' Spike. Check the fight out. If you guys are not going to the fight, make sure you tune into the fight. Make sure you give that support to him, because I'm going to tell you what, he is a great guy. He's a great mentor. He's a great coach. There's nothing negative you can say about him. And like we said earlier, I think it's funny that Joe Barron actually did find something, to bitch about Blair Tugman about, just
going back to the first fight where Jay backed out because he tweaked his knee,
right?
His vajayjay hurt, whatever.
That's what we call it, vajayjayitis.
I got no love for a guy that backs out. You tweaked your knee. How many of these guys go in there with busted up injuries and still fight the fight of their life?
Oh, absolutely.
Many,
absolutely.
But you tweaked your knee. Poor baby. Get a fucking pacifier and get over it. It's that simple.
I almost tweaked it last night. Alex was like, you got burned. I was like, dude, if I would have went that way, I was tweaking my knee. It wasn't
I'm
happening.
41 years old, jackass.
I got to work. Back in the day, we would have locked.
Right? all these guys go in there with a nagging injury in one sort of another. Unless it's debilitating, you get your ass in that cage and you fight. I have no respect for Jay Perrin. And I am hoping that your prediction is right. But then again, I'm looking at mine.
I do. Listen, realistically, I think you're correct. What I'm feeling.
Oh, yeah.
I really do feel like because of the emotion behind the fight, first of all, there's being young, you're stupid. We all know it. We all know that. And listeners, you can go ahead and hit me up with the message, oh, you're stupid. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I said the same thing when I was fucking 20-something years old.
Yeah.
All right? Now I'm fucking 40-something years old. Believe me, my tune has changed, and I do believe in that.
Believe me, I say as far as, and you know what? I catch shit from Eddie Focus all the time. If you're under 30, you don't know shit.
No,
you don't know shit.
The bottom line is the world don't owe you shit.
Amen.
You don't owe anybody out there shit but yourself.
You owe you.
Right, exactly. And that is who you take care of first. And after that, you'll be happy.
Amen.
And then you just take that smile, like we said, and you shine it on to everybody.
Amen. Michael Jordan said it best. If you do the work, you get rewarded. Past that, screw yourself. Don't wait for the world to hand you a handout. And I wish
it's not going to happen.
I wish every 5-year-old, 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, 25-year-old worked with that same mindset. The world would be a better place.
Absolutely.
Amen to that.
Absolutely. So, besides the fight going on, besides our
huge fucking party tonight,
which can be
Loki
great
and
times.
Jabroni party for the
we
more
have
beloved for Thor.
Officially taken sides. I am Big E and C,
and I have taken the side of Rescue 911.
So, if y'all are gonna get on this bandwagon with us, I tell you to come on over here to Team Loki and Team E and C. My partner Jabroni will tell you to go on over with the Chris and Chris.
Complete
Chris Express.
Complete and full disclosure, I am a bad guy. When it comes to things like wrestling, I'm a bad guy. I love the bad guy. I love the antagonist. But I also look at what Chris Anino does, and I look at the joy he brings to people, and I think this event, on top of everything else, this is why I'm Team Chris.
I had to with the name Loki. I had to.
Yeah,
I had to stick with the bad guy. I had to.
The patron saint of mischief. I get it. But and Ian, don't take this the wrong way, man. You are a funny cat. I loved having you here. I love seeing your videos. You put out some incredible stuff. But at some point, you have to root for the good guy to shut the bad guy up for no other reason. That's why I'm picking it. This is what this event is all about. Is bringing the positive forward. So that is why I am Team Rescue 911. That is why my support goes to Chris, Rescue 911, and Nino. This is why on April 30th, y'all need to get out there and support this event.
Absolutely. You guys cannot. You won't see a better event. It's for a great cause. I mean, veterans, the whole fucking reason why you breathe in this fucking free air. Okay, guys? Seriously. And cancer fucking sucks.
Absolutely.
Everybody has been affected by it some point or another. Some point in your life, cancer has affected your fucking life, whether it be by yourself or by your family members or anybody else in there. It plain sucks. This is a great cause. This is a great thing to stand behind. You're getting local. That's our big thing is we want to push this local thing forward, and there's going to be some great people there. There's going to be some great venues there. There's going to be the #1 podcast in America there with the Loki and Jabroni show. I mean, you guys, seriously, you can't beat it. For $10, you chill there all day long, and you will be entertained.
Absolutely.
It is worth it. Bring the kids, bring everybody else. Have a great time. That's all we got to do.
Whether it's a friend, a family member, a hero.
Bring
I've
us
lost
a
a
beer.
hero to cancer. Bring us some beer.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check with Chris to see if that's okay. But hey, if you want to bring us a 12er, we'll gladly accept it.
We'll consume it right there.
Cooler on site. Like Loki said, everybody's affected by cancer in one way or another. You know someone, you're related to someone, you have looked up to someone who unfortunately has passed from cancer. This is the best way to raise money for cancer awareness, for veterans
show
awareness.
love towards them. This is the best way to show love towards them. Show them, you know what? You're not afraid of you, cancer. We understand what you can do, but we can stand up to you too. And this is what this stands for.
Absolutely. And as far as the veterans go, like Loki said, you don't have the freedom of speech without those that fought and some that died for what this country stands for.
Very simple fact is freedom isn't free.
No.
It was paid for in blood.
One thing I want to say,
paid for in veteran blood.
if I hear the word right, this is my right, one more time, I'm going to slap me a motherfucker. It's not a right, folks. It's a privilege.
Yeah.
And it's a privilege that other people have paid for with blood, sweat, and tears. Next time I hear one of you say, I have the right to free speech, right across the mouth. You don't have the right. You have the privilege that someone else paid for.
You have the right of
living
free
or
speech,
dead.
and then I have the right to slap you
That's
across it.
right.
There you go. Right across your ham bones.
I'd like to say there's not a judge in the world that will convict me, but I also know that
There'll be a
the
couple
justice
of them out
system is
There'll
sometimes
be a
a little
couple of them.
shady. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying the justice system is sometimes a little shady. And if I smack a motherfucker in the mouth for saying I have the right to free speech, no, dickhead, you have the privilege.
So we are pretty much about this wrestling thing. So I think we covered it pretty well.
Yep.
I think it's time to piss off the immortal beloved.
Uh-oh.
Baseball season is going strong.
We tried, kid. We tried. I love you. Happy birthday.
Red Sox are sucking balls right now.
Yankees aren't too far
I don't
behind.
think you guys are. I think you guys are right behind
You know who's
us.
surprising me? Two teams that I never thought would surprise me: the Orioles and
No,
the
you
Cubs.
can't say the Orioles because the Orioles do this shit every year.
They came
every
out the box
fucking
last year.
They come out. They did the same thing last year.
Okay.
They were insane last year.
My point is, last year going down the stretch, they got hot. They didn't lose too many key players, and now you come back with 90% of the team that you had that got hot last year. You have a couple new signings, and they started out 6-0, 7-0.
Yeah.
Are they still on that tear?
No, we actually gave them their first loss the other night.
Were you there?
No, that's the one Scott went to.
You son of a bitch.
It's all right.
Well, congratulations,
I had
Oriole
them great
fans, for
seats,
being there.
but I also bringing up the baseball.
Thank
thing.
you.
I posted a video.
Yep.
And this is another shout out. We've been fucking with celebrities. That's my thing right now.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. I called out the Undertaker.
The Ted Nugent Award is built
exactly.
on fucking with celebrities.
On celebrities, exactly. Stephen King made that comment about this net. Now, I walked. We got past all these people. It was great. Those were the best seats.
fantastic
Yeah, those
seats.
are the best seats I've ever had in Fenway. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check out the video, check out the video. I actually recorded this net.
It didn't
Now,
look that bad.
the reason why they put this net up here, first of all, people, was a lady got hit in the head last year and got severe brain damage. Now, guess what? She was a Red Sox fan.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she went to the Red Sox and said, "It's okay, I'm a Red Sox fan"?
No, she went to a lawyer.
She sued the shit
Yes.
out of the fucking Red Sox.
Wait, see, this is where I'm going to jump in. It's not because I'm anti-Red Sox. If this had happened at Yankee Stadium, I would say the same thing. Does anybody bother to turn that little ticket over and read the disclaimer? By buying this ticket, this is a license. You are sitting in this seat. Pay attention to the game because you accept the risk. Much like
but the lawyer still fucking worked it out.
15, 20 years ago, the girl at the Columbus Blue Jackets game gets hit in the head with a puck. She dies.
Mm-hmm.
Very tragic. Feel bad for the family. Feel bad for the little girl. Feel bad for everybody. They extend the nets to about the face-off circle. So if an errant puck goes, you're not getting hit in the head. Strange story. A friend of mine who I've known literally all my life, and his date at the time were at a Providence Bruins game that I was at, just beyond the nets. She's not paying attention. She's dicking around on her phone. Puck gets flipped. She gets hit in the nose. Breaks her nose. Let me tell you, the Providence Bruins took care of her. They paid for the medical expenses. They paid for her transport. They took care of her, and that's expected. No offense, but you can't sue the ballpark because on the back of every ticket, it says this is a license. You accept the risk. It says, I've been to Fenway Park, right down there on the thing where it says, pay attention to the game. There's a risk of batted balls.
They tell you that in the beginning. Hello, Red Sox
Exactly.
fans. This is a perfect day to watch baseball. While you are watching this game, please pay attention to what's going on around you at all times for safety, blah, 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 blah. The point is she still got it. Somehow the lawyer's like, wow, all safety measures really weren't taken. So guess what?
Oh, my God.
They did. They made all the safety measures. Now it goes from the dugout by third base
all the way around.
all the way to the dugout by the fucking first base.
For that, because I've sat behind the dugout at Yankee Stadium, I've sat behind the dugout at Fenway Park, those balls are not coming at you lightly. Those balls are coming at you at 90, 100 miles an hour off a bat. It's 90 miles an hour to the plate, and then the player hits it, it's just as fast coming at your face. We live in a time where your little gimmick phone is more important and you're taking selfies and you're doing this. When that game is live, put your fucking phone down.
Listen, everybody also has to understand, people were getting hit with balls back in the 20s too, people.
Did they sue?
You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the phones. They were still, it doesn't matter if you have a phone or not. They weren't paying attention because they were having a conversation. Maybe they were reading the paper.
Yep.
Who knows what they were doing? The point is they were distracted. They were distracted back then. They're distracted now. They're going to be distracted. You have these quote unquote pink hats that go to these games
because it's a
just
status.
to have a game.
I went to a Red Sox game.
Or
I
just
went to a Yankees
just to
game.
check in. Right,
Yes.
exactly. Here I am, blah, blah, blah.
My dad, go ahead. Finish your point. I got a great story.
The thing is, everybody says the same thing. Okay, well, if I'm paying attention, I can stop it. Let me throw this at you. Okay, fine. He-Man, you throw your hand up and you stop the ball, and okay, you break your hand. But you saved that little kid's life. I commend you.
Good,
I do. Awesome job. Now, with the net still not there, and let's be honest with you.
You said He-Man.
These baseball players are beasts, man. They are upper body strength beasts. They look like fucking Goldberg,
Look,
dude.
I'm going to throw
really
this out there because I'm looking at your little gimmick on the wall. I don't care if he's 2'9". Dustin Pedroia has forearms like Popeye. And if that man hits a ball to the first base side on a late swing foul ball, you think you're going to stop it with your bare hand? You're going to walk away with
right.
your fingers broken.
My point is, it's not even about the ball. These guys are so big now, they're breaking bats on the regular.
Oh, yeah.
On the regular, people. So now let's take He-Man again, and we'll go right back in time, and let's change that from a ball to a half-splintered bat.
That flies
coming
into the
at
stands.
you at 75 miles an hour or whatever it is that they take a swing at. You're going to put your hand in front of that? You're gonna stop this splintered
No, you duck
bat.
and cover. That's what you
Exactly.
should do.
And now that kid gets hit by that because He-Man can't stop that, but he can stop a baseball.
But
That's why they fucking put the nets up there, people.
We have this TV thing and this GoPro thing now where if that shattered bat is coming toward you and you catch it, you're a hero. You're on SportsCenter, you're on YouTube, you're on Vitalife, you're on whatever video gimmick you can see.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to get your moment in the sun. Fantastic. My dad, I believe he was at this game. My dad's a Red Sox fan. You can hold that against him if you like. And Dave Stapleton, who was a slap hitter at best. I think man's got 26 home runs in a 10, 12-year career. Hits this foul ball and it smacks a kid in the nose. Bloodies him. Broken nose. I think he was 8 years old. Jim Rice comes out and carries this kid to safety. It was on the front sports page of the Norwich Bulletin the next day. And you just see the blood running down Rice's jersey. And Stapleton takes himself out of the game. Rice still plays with blood down his jersey. Did that kid's family sue? The answer is no. But that was 1985, 86. Well, welcome 30 years later, 2016, where if I so much as get a paper cut from the program, I'm suing everybody.
You're
well,
trying.
Not me
Yeah,
personally.
yeah, you're trying.
But
And something's going to stick. That's the shitty
what we've
part.
become. And that's the problem I have. Guys, read the back of your fucking ticket when you go to a game. And I implore you, nobody shows up right when the game starts. And if you do, it's because you got caught in traffic or you're late or your wife had to... Do these shoes match these earrings? I don't give a shit. No. Read the back of your ticket. It's going to tell you exactly what risk you assume. At that point, litigation is gone unless you are beaten by a security guard or David Ortiz himself hits your head into the right field bleachers. Right. You have no right to sue. Read the back of that ticket. And if nobody's ever done that before, I'm doing you a favor. You're welcome.
Well, and this is where we are right now because somebody actually got through all that and still managed to sue the Red Sox. The Red Sox says, all right, fine. This isn't happening again. Here's your nets. So to Steven, #fucking bitch king, I say to you, you can have those fucking bleacher seats that I have, and you can have those bleacher guys fucking with you, picking your ears and doing all that shit because you're Stephen King and you're fucking weird, and they're going to do it to you, you fucking weirdo. I'll take your ticket any day of the week. My point is this. You have been a season ticket holder for, you said,
years?
You said 30 plus years. They are not going to change anything for you just because you're Stephen King and just because you have fucking 30 years. They didn't win on Ben Affleck's fucking birthday for 20 fucking years.
Exactly.
Okay? They are not going to do shit for you, Stephen King.
You know what you're doing,
If
Stephen
you
King?
don't want your tickets, give them to somebody else.
You know what you're doing, Stephen King? The net used to run the width of the circle.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
it would go up. It would go up.
Yeah, and you have the slope by the announcer booth and yada, yada. You know what you just did, Stephen King? You know what you just did with your rant by extending that? Yes, I understand it's safety, and I applaud the Red Sox, and if any other team does this, I applaud them for safety reasons. You're robbing that kid, that 8-year-old kid, that 9-year-old kid, that 10-year-old kid who brings his glove to the game because they've had those seats. You're robbing him of that foul ball, and that's what he waits for and he watches. All you did was cater to the lowest common denominator, which is every pink hat who dicks around on their cell phone game after game after game from, I'm supposed to pay attention to this game, but I got to check in on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and I got to do Snapchat with my buddy and show him I'm here. Doink! Ball off the head.
Listen,
your fault, not team.
I'm not going to lie. I go to Fenway. I check in. I take the pictures.
Yeah.
I put them on Facebook.
Where's your phone 99% of the time?
Oh, it's fucking in my bag or somewhere over to the side.
If you
I'm watching
find
that
me,
fucking game.
even at a Connecticut Tigers game, on my phone more than 5 minutes, you've done something. You know why? Because there's a beer in this hand and a glove in the other hand waiting for a foul ball.
Yeah.
And that's a minor league team right up the street.
Yeah, they're still great games.
Oh, absolutely.
Still great games, man.
You want to see the
And
future
plus,
of baseball, go out and
let's
support
not talk.
minor
I
league
mean,
baseball.
they actually the food is actually pretty affordable.
Oh, yeah.
It's not bad. You can get a really good hot dog beer deal. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, it's like. It's a good place to kind of chill. Like, I don't go there all the time. I probably catch about 2 games there, but I also go
being
up
a
to the
mile
Sox.
and a half away,
I go up to Fenway a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so
being a mile and a half away from the Connecticut Tigers, they're my de facto second team. I actually, we had the opening day for the Little League today, and a little kid walks by with a Brewers cap. I said, you know, if the Yankees cease to exist, I could be a Brewers fan. But I take that back because we have the Tigers right here in town.
yeah.
I could see myself rooting for the Tigers. I could probably see them on TV since Cuntcast featuring Xshitity didn't take the Tigers away. They took the fucking
Actually,
Yes Network away, you dirtbag
funny
motherfuckers.
thing about that-
I pay you too much money to take away my team.
That wasn't Comcast.
Who was
that
it?
was Yes. Yes went, and this is because I looked this up too because I said the same thing. I said, what is this all about?
Please enlighten
Yes
me.
decided that they wanted to increase the rates, and Comcast said, why? And they said, because the Yankees are becoming popular, blah 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 blah.
They've been popular.
They're out of the state area, so you know it's going to cost us a little bit more to do this. So Comcast is like, okay, well, what are you talking? So here's Yes's big
I'm
thing.
countering that in a minute.
They said they wanted to increase the watchers of Yes Network by, it was 30%, right? But not only that, the people that didn't watch it were to get a 30% increase as well. So it was essentially that's 30% across the board. Because if you do a 30% on only the people that watch, the rest of the people, quote unquote, don't get charged, but they do because they hide the fees. So say if we have 70% of our watchers are Yes,
Okay.
30% aren't, right? You charge these people 30%. It really breaks down to only about, say, a 25, 26, you know, roughly estimate increase. So when they come to you and they say, we want a 30% increase, you don't technically charge your people 30%. It turns out to be about 23 or so, depending on who it is.
Go ahead.
The problem here is they didn't want that. They wanted 30% across the board. If you watched it, if you didn't watch it, they didn't care. They wanted that 30%.
Here's my problem. If I lived in Arkansas, I could understand that. If I lived in California, I could understand that. If I lived in bumfuck Alaska, I can understand that. I am 215 miles from the stadium, door to door from where I live. We live in an area whether
that is half and half.
Exactly.
Split
Whether
right down
you
the
want
fucking
to
middle.
believe it or not, 99% of the baseball population in New England is split in half.
It is.
Half are Red Sox, half are Yankees.
It's the only sport you can technically say that too with Connecticut.
Exactly.
It is the only sport. I don't see any. I mean, yes, there's a couple.
Football's
Oriole fans
different.
and
Football is
stuff like
different
that.
because you exactly. In baseball, this area, and I'll throw the 1% out there that are Mets fans, and you have the Orioles fan
Yes,
here.
yes.
You have the Kansas City Royal fan over here. You have but those are one-offs. This is Red
You're
Sox
1%.
Yankees
That
country.
is truly
They are the
your
1%.
They really
Exactly.
are.
We are in the heart of Red Sox Yankees country. And Cuntcast, and I will say that word every week until they decide to put the Yes Network
It's not
back
gonna
on.
happen.
I don't give a shit about the cost. You are in the middle of the rivalry country.
It's not
From
gonna
where
happen.
I live, it is 100 and change miles to Fenway. From where I live, it is 215 miles to Yankee Stadium. You know what I have to do when I watch baseball now? I have to wait once every week to see WCTX pick up a Yankees game, or in the event that MLB Network picks it up, and if it's a sellout, I can see it, because if it's not, it's blacked out.
Yep.
What you've done, Cuntcast, is you have ruined baseball watching in this area.
Makes you feel any better. I have Yes.
Fantastic. My cable company is Cuntcast, featuring Xshitty, and I cannot see my
Now,
Yankees.
I'm not going out on any stretch and saying that these guys, I don't back them at all. Their customer service is horrible.
Absolutely horrible. And I
They
have
are
stories.
a fucking horrible company. But I will say it is not their fault that the Yes Network decided not to do it because of this 30%.
I think it's half and
They
half.
decided, no, because they didn't want to raise absolutely. They didn't want to raise your
Breakdown
rates.
and negotiation.
That's exactly it. Comcast won't, because they're little bitches. They're like,
Amen.
I can't have it my way. Well, it's not going to happen. And guess what? Yes said, well, okay, then we're not going to have you. That's just how it worked out. And it is unfortunate, because there are a lot of Yankees fans in this area. And unfortunately, Comcast sometimes is the only thing that you can get in your area.
Especially in the town that I live in, where they are the monopoly. You can't get Atlantic Broadband. You can't get Frontier. You can't get Metrocast. You can't get any of these other cable companies to come into my town. No, it's all Cuntcast. And I'm going to, did I say Cuntcast? Cuntcast, featuring Xshitty. You want to fuck with me?
Shitty Dicky.
Feel free. You know what? I was on the phone with you not long ago. I told you what I thought, and I'm going to do it right here on this podcast. And if enough people want to write to them and say, you're screwing your people, you're screwing the fan.
Guys, no, he's right, though. This is the only way you're going to get Yes back, is if you tell Comcast to, hey, get your head out of your ass and make this shit happen.
You're screwing your audience. You're screwing your fans. You're screwing the people that pay these exorbitant freaking rates that shouldn't be as high as they are.
Oh, absolutely.
To have your cable service, but me as a Yankee fan, I have to eat shit and like the taste of it,
these
because
guys,
I don't have an alternative in my town.
Oh, it's going to be really
It's a
soon.
monopoly, and I believe that's
Xbox
against
and
the law.
PlayStation are starting their own TV networks.
Good.
So PlayStation, I believe, already opened it. I believe it's already live right now. And it's wicked cheaper.
I can't even watch my favorite team, and because my hockey season's over, I got nothing to supplant it. Nothing.
And see,
I
this
have
is
shit.
this
except
is
for
where
racing once a week. I have shit until September when football starts.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck you, Cuntcast. I'm done. And the letter writing campaign begins now.
And guys, same thing. If we got Yankees fans listening, guys, same thing. If you have Comcast, you lost. Yes, it's gone. If you guys want it back, the only way you can do it is by blowing them up. Call them. Leave messages on their Facebook page. Write them letters.
If by the
Tell
All-Star
them.
break I don't have my Yankees back, I'm burning the fucking town down. You heard it here first. I don't mind doing the podcast from jail. It'll be my one phone call a week. I don't give a shit. Bring me my Yankees back. Because God bless them, I love NESN. They do some great stuff. I love watching the Bruins. I love watching the Celtics. Red Sox, in a pinch. I'll watch them. You know this. I'll watch a Red Sox game. But heaven forbid, and I will say this about Red Sox fan. I will say this. You guys are heart and soul. The real ones, not the pink hats.
No. Pink hats don't even know what the fuck's
In
going
the
on.
event that Cuntcast ever took NESN, the New England Sports Network, off their roster because, NESN wants to raise their rates, I guarantee with every fiber I have in my body that Red Sox fans en masse would either storm Cuntcast office or start a letter writing campaign, and within 3 weeks, you'd have your NESN back, you'd have your Red Sox coverage, your Bruins coverage, your Celtics coverage.
Damn right.
Why? Because this is not an area. Let's be honest. We talked about polarity. We talked about this is not a big area for New York Ranger fans.
Right.
This is a semi-big area for Knick fan until you get to a certain point. This is a Celtics area.
Very even small. This is a big Celtics
This is
area.
also a big Patriots area.
Oh,
Not
huge.
that NESN plays Patriots, but they have that Patriot wrap-up. They have a lot of shows.
Yep.
They have the Bill Belichick show.
Yep.
So you can get your Patriot fix elsewhere. You can't get your Yankee fix or your Red Sox fix unless you have these two networks
Can't
on
get your
cable
Bruins fix.
system.
You can't
Exactly.
get your fucking Celtics fix.
Heaven forbid I ever lost my Bruin shit.
You can't
I'm
even
burning
get your
everything
fucking
down.
your New England Revolution.
If you're a
They're
soccer
on
fan,
fucking
yes,
NESN.
absolutely.
So,
Great point
if you
by
lost
you.
all that stuff, you wouldn't get anything. You're absolutely right, and these people wouldn't stand for
Loki
it.
challenged you earlier to do something nice for someone once a week, once a day, however long it was. I'm challenging you, Yankee fan. I don't even care if you're a Yankee fan, baseball fan.
Yeah,
if
it
you're
isn't
listening
right.
to the
It
sound of
isn't
my
right.
voice, you get on your computer. It's actually Comcast, but I'm going to say Cuntcast. Get on your computer, write a letter, and say, hey, I'm a Detroit Tiger fan, but what you're doing to Yankee fan is absolutely freaking ridiculous. If you're a Red Sox fan, get on there and say, look, I have the luxury of seeing my team 150 times a year, except for the 1 or 2 times they play on the local station. You're screwing Yankee fan. People helping people, man. I can't see my Yankees, and it pisses me off. You know how I see them? I see that inning-by-inning breakdown on MLB on my phone, and that's bullshit. I should be able to see Mark Teixeira. I should be able to see Starlin Castro. I should be able to see Brian McCann. What I can't do is wait a week to see one game on the off chance I'm home at that time. And funny thing, you know when the CTX broadcast of the Yankee game is? Tonight, during the Immortals' birthday party.
It'll be on TV.
That's fantastic. It's not going to be on my fucking TV because Cuntcast decided to stick it up my ass
It'll be at the bar.
sideways. Fantastic. So you know what? Props to Tokyo Sushi for having the Yankee game on. I appreciate it. Unless they're playing at 1 o'clock this afternoon, which I don't know. I didn't get the update.
I don't think they are.
Regardless,
I think
guys,
it's
if you're a
not games.
baseball fan, bombard.
No, you're
even if they're
absolutely
not,
right.
even if they're not your cable
absolutely
provider.
right. Absolutely right. This shouldn't be just a Yankees thing. This really should
It's a
be
baseball
a baseball thing because that's exactly what they are, dude. It starts here, and where does it end?
Next thing you know, Cleveland's going to block out the Indians game. Next thing you know, Anaheim's going to block out the Angels game. And Houston and Cincinnati. When does it stop? The cable system doesn't. You pay them. You're providing a service. They need to give you the service. You know what pisses me off? Not that I'm a big country music fan, but CMT is now a paid channel on my cable service.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
We're in Connecticut. It's not like I'm in the middle of fucking Texas where country music is the hugest thing ever. I can't watch Broken Skull Challenge, or I can't watch however many Adam Sandler movies they play a week. I can't watch whatever they offer me because now it's a pay channel.
Yep.
Fuck you, Cuntcast. I dare any executive from Cuntcast to call me. You want my number? One of these guys will give it to you because I'm not going to put it on a podcast. Call me. Go to Loki and Jabroni Facebook page. Hit the click to call. If you're a Cuntcast executive, you need to call me because I am not thrilled with you, and you're very lucky I still pay my bill every fucking month because I have every right. You've created a monopoly in my town. You've left us no other choice for cable companies, and you've screwed me, the hardworking, paying customer, out of my Yankees. Go sit on a fucking chainsaw, you dirtbag bitches.
And that is from the mouth of Jabroni.
And a mouth of an angry jabroni. So with that,
hold on.
Go ahead.
Real quick, before we do get to the top 10, I did have to give a big fucking shout out. If anybody, obviously y'all know I'm a huge Minnesota fan.
Golden Gophers or Vikings?
No.
Maize.
And Minnesota Wild doing good.
Oh yeah, the hockey team. They're
And
in
by the way,
playoffs.
have you seen their fucking logo?
It's pretty badass.
It is really cool. Like, I actually looked at it. The trees make like the mouth. The star makes the eye, and
Yup,
it essentially
and
makes this bear. You know what I'm saying? And it's this wild animal. Really, whoever designed that, like, mad props. That's a really cool fucking logo.
The color scheme I can't get behind, but the logo is
I don't like that
fantastic.
fucking green purple shit. Like, that's just fucking. It's like, what are we in the 80s?
I get it.
Where
Green and purple and red and it's
whatever, dude.
It's
no.
Madonna.
But if in case you guys didn't hear, we actually brought my man Jared Allen back
1 day contract
to Minnesota. He is going to retire a Viking. The number 69 will be retired in the Minnesota Vikings Hall of Fame. I cannot think of a better person who symbolizes a Viking or the organization than Jared Allen. I am so excited to have him back for just one more game to retire that number. So congratulations, Jared. And if you're listening, by some small chance, call us. We'd love to have you on the show, brother.
Absolutely. Look, here's a guy who started out in Kansas City, came to Minnesota, played like a beast for a number of years.
And let's not just as far as what he does on the field.
Off the field.
Off the field.
Sure.
He is a huge Wounded Warrior supporter. He started that whole fucking campaign. It's blown up into this, he makes sure his veterans are getting homes. I mean, the guy is active. He is 100% behind veterans, 100% behind America. I mean, can't get any better.
All right,
man. He deserves that.
Simple question, because I know it wasn't a retirement, but my team lost Roddy White, who I thought was heart and soul, just like Matt Ryan.
Right. I was actually shocked.
So
I was really shocked. I mean, he has maybe 2 years?
2 or 3 years left.
Yeah.
As a Viking fan, I want you to wax poetically. What did Jared Allen mean to you? And I'm just speaking to you, and you can speak for Viking Nation if you like. What did Jared Allen mean to you as a fan?
He was work, support, obviously, a hell of a fucking defender. Personal opinion, I would have to say he's just a beast, man. The way that he rocked out in the field, he was in contention with Michael Strahan's sacks, the most sacks, and I think he only missed it by, I want to say it was like 1.5 or something like that. I mean, he was damn fucking close. Leader, just compassionate, everything that he stands for. When he rocked that fucking super mullet, come on, man. Nobody rocked a mullet better than Jared Allen. The mullet, cowboy hat, that was just an handlebar fucking thing. The guy was fucking spectacular. So I do got to say thank you very much, Jared Allen, for everything that you have done. Thank you for everything you brought to the team. I really wish you could have won that ring. Either way, I know you were on Carolina, and as much as, that fucking team really pissed me off, I was kind of rooting for you on the side just because I think you did deserve that. But football is a very, very harsh and very, very sad sport in the aspect that a lot of great players, your Barry Sanders, they didn't get a chance to have that ring, So, I mean, it's a bittersweet thing, but I'm so happy to have number 69 being retired. That means I don't have to really, hide that jersey, sort of. Not that I would anyways, but having it be a retired number now, you can break it out, you can use it, and you can wear it with pride. Some people get all douchey. Hey, he's not a Viking no more. Well, guess what? He retired one, buddy. Number 69 is forever in the Valhalla Hall of Fame.
Absolutely. And would you put Jared Allen in the same regard as John Randall?
Absolutely. Michael Strahan too. Same player. Same exact player. That engine didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even after that play was over, you'd still see he's still rolling off of somebody.
And that's one thing about Jared Allen that I always loved, even though he crushed some of my guys, was that, again, he was a monster. You knew when you saw that number 69 coming at you, you're in for a world of hurt, kid.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what you do, you may complete the pass, but you're still going to get that hit. You may break through the line and get 5 yards, but if that number 69 hits you,
and football,
done.
let's be honest. Football is more. Baseball is becoming more of it now too. It's becoming more of a business where they don't hang on to people anymore. I know we signed Chad Greenway for another year.
Yep.
He did say he wanted to play one more year. We didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to sign Fat Panda a year ago.
Oh, absolutely.
How's that working out? No offense, I had to get my Red Sox dig in.
Absolutely. He with the way that they did this, I thought it was very tasteful of the organization. I really did. It stood for something to me. It really did.
When I saw that news story, to me it was like, wow, you're showing respect for a guy who just basically ate dirt for you.
Mm-hmm.
Not pay-wise, but he went out there and he killed it for you.
And how many
Great
times
job.
we were almost there, and how many heartbreaks. It's not. Listen, it's not easy for a fan to go through the heartbreaks that team puts us through.
But you're the guy wearing the jersey.
Right,
you're
exactly.
Right.
And you're the one that's out there going through that, and the heartbreak that you got to feel, man. I can't think of a better person that deserves it. So thank you very much, Jared. That's my shout out of the day.
Absolutely. And you know what? Immortal, he did this, not me. I'm just throwing it out there real quick before we get into top 10. I know we usually do it after, but I want to say thank you to Sublime Inc. Guys, great sponsor, 577 Route 12, Groton, Connecticut. The number is 860-445-4200. Go down and see my man Falcon Dave Kovalik. Go down and see the wonderful Dana Batts. Go down and see the not-so-hairy Justin Furr. Or if you're feeling real saucy, you need to go down and see Loki's favorite guy. Here it comes.
Dave the Nightmare Kruger.
Tell them we sent you. Tell them the Loki and Jabroni Show loves them. They love us just as much. And you know what, guys? They're going to take care of you good. Again, we mentioned it before. April 30th, 2016, Veterans Pro Wrestling presents Colors for a Cause, a veterans and cancer awareness event. $10 per person. Doors open at noon. Lecture, bands, entertainment, Loki and Jabroni Live. Wrestling starts at 5 p.m. No better cause. You want to come down, you want to glad hand with us. If you're local, feel free. If you're not local and you want to donate to the cause, get in touch with us. We will find a way between ourselves and Chris and Eno, who is running the event, to get your donation into their hands and to help a fantastic cause. I'm so fired up from that Yes Network thing. My mind is in 100 different directions. I am so pissed off. You know what I didn't do today? I didn't say thank you to everybody for downloading this week's episode. I also didn't say thank you if you have hit the subscribe button, because by subscribing to the show, each and every episode is downloaded to your device, no matter where you are or what you listen to us on. Fuss, muss, hassle, all that other crap, yada, yada. Like the Facebook page. See the live post-game shows. Ask us questions. Buy some T-shirts when we have them. It's the easiest way to do it. Domain name is coming. Website is coming. Eddie and I were working on that last Saturday night.
Yeah. And guys, also, thank you for those reviews.
Yes.
Keep them coming, please.
Awesome sausage,
it's been,
baby.
Yeah, it's been helping us out so much, man. Like, really, we appreciate that. And just keep giving us the love, man, and we'll just keep giving that love right back, man. We're really excited. This is our second episode of season 2.
Yep.
You know, so we're rumbling forward, man. We're rumbling forward.
Guest after guest. Next week, just going to be us, possibly Eddie. We don't know. But on the 30th, it's going to be all of us, man. It's going to be
so
great.
it is time
Uh-oh.
for
It's the final countdown.
Screw you, Comcast.
Guys, don't also forget Sinners Inc., who does our beginning music. Been there
Absolutely.
for day one of the Loki and Jabroni Show. If you guys haven't liked them on Facebook, make sure you go out there and like Sinners Inc. They are a fantastic band. They have great venues going on. They're always posting what's going on up there. And like I said, since day one, they have been our intro music. So
Hoping to see Matt Center down at the cancer event.
absolutely, absolutely.
So we had Blair on.
Mm-hmm.
Blair's a coach. I've looked around your Valhalla studio.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
and I
My,
see the
my Super Bowl champion
Super
ball.
Bowl champion thing, and I, as a coach myself, you hear stupid things when you're a coach.
Oh, yeah.
What I didn't expect going into coaching girls softball was I would hear absolutely random, ridiculous, retarded things. Pardon me for the word retarded, but that's what they
It's
are.
a word. Yeah, when people start getting all emotional about words, I'm just like, it's a word.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, and I will draw the line there. Look, I never thought I would hear some of the crazy stuff I've heard, but with the help of the immortal beloved, happy birthday, Angela, love you to death. She helped me come up with the top 10 craziest things I have heard as a coach of young ladies. I have 2 honorable mentions. Number 1 happened today. I forgot my glove, coach, but don't worry. I can catch barehanded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Second honorable mention. Can I bedazzle my jersey?
Absolutely not. No. Not if you want to play.
Here's the difference. This top 10 list is definitely...
And just because I bedazzled mine, okay?
Okay, full disclosure, I don't bedazzle mine, but I
No,
will.
I had to with the Salisbury.
Oh, yeah.
I
I know.
made-
I saw that. I saw the little...
Big shout out to Annie Azarju for doing that too. Thank you very much.
Very nice. These are things in coaching boys, I never heard these things. Coaching girls, I'm learning a whole new system. Number 10, I forgot my cleats. Number 9, my eye hurts. My hair glitter got in my eye. Are you serious?
Always.
Number 8.
I hate when that happens.
Number 8, when's halftime?
Right after the second quarter.
Number 7, my mom brought me this culotta.
Way to go, Ma.
Number 6 happened right before an at-bat last season. Can I go to the bathroom? Number 5, my glove smells like chocolate. Why the hell are you worried about what your glove tastes like or smells like? They look
Smells like pumpkin.
right. Number 4, this catcher's mask will ruin my ponytail.
She's got a point, though.
Number 3 from last season, all the way from the outfield. Psst, psst, Dad, I'm hungry. You son of a... I don't even have words for that. Number 2, I can't run any faster. There's a cricket in my pocket. That actually happened. These are things I cannot make up. And number 1, the craziest thing I have ever heard coaching girls in my lifetime. Whoa, look at her shoes. They're so pretty. Perhaps if you worry more about the game and less about the shoes the other team is wearing, you might win more than 5. But you know what? I got a great crop this year. They look good. They actually listen, which is important. And
Which I'm sharing right now.
I haven't had to yell. What are you sharing?
Your team.
Oh, thank you.
See?
Look at that. That is gorgeous. There's a great crop of girls. They listened. I haven't had to yell in 2 actual games. Dropped the first one 5-2. Dropped the second one 7-0. But you know what? If you're working your ass off, you're doing the right thing, just like anything in life, you do the work, you get rewarded. Man, it's going to come to you. So girls, I know none of you are listening because there's fuck bombs aplenty. But work your ass off. You'll get there. All you got to do is work hard.
Fuck yeah, man. Can't say any better.
Don't stop because you need a coolada. Don't stop because mommy brought you a donut. Do the work. When you're in between those fences, you're mine. Once you leave, have the donut.
Hey,
have
just
the
like
coolada.
just like Blair shows you, man. I mean, it's your coach is behind you 100%. Real quick before we do call it a night or a day.
Or a day.
I have to say this to you haters out there, Batman versus Superman.
Oh God.
I'm sick and tired of reading it. I really am.
How
It was
much?
a good movie, people.
I
It
enjoyed
really was a good movie. If you go in there and you're nitpicking and you're looking for all this crap, dude, listen, I didn't think Ben Affleck was going to be a good Batman either. He tore it up.
Yeah,
he tore it up. Let it go. Let it go. Seriously. Everything that they did, every decision that they made, everything that went through, everybody's like, what was the other thing? Oh, Superman had to die.
Right.
Superman did. Listen, guys. Movies are meant to be entertaining. When they made this, there was a lot of things going into this that you didn't know was going to happen.
You had to fit 30 years of comic books into 2 hours?
And let's not forget that the director's cut that's coming out is going to have I think they said a full hour of unseen footage. This is all this shit that you guys are sitting there going, oh, why are you throwing all this shit in? It's going to make sense. It's going to make sense. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I got to say is I think a lot of people went into Batman versus Superman thinking it was kind of be like quirky, like Marvel is. You know how they throw those jokes in and shit like that? It wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that a lot of people bring up. In the beginning, remember Jimmy Olsen?
Yep.
Even though it wasn't, they didn't say he was Jimmy, you knew it was Jimmy.
Implied.
Right, exactly. They killed him, obviously. And people are freaking about it because, you know, that's
He's a side character. Kill Aquaman, for fuck's sake. What, is the movie universe going to get shitty because, oh my God, Aquaman's dead?
Or Jimmy Olsen died? Big fucking deal.
Jimmy Olsen is the parsley on the plate kid.
The other
He's not
thing
the
is
main
they
event.
don't believe that Superman will go into that crazy mode. And let me tell you something, people. I am a Superman fan. He is compassionate for this world for one fucking reason. Lois Lane.
Mm-hmm.
You know why Lois was pumping him up that whole fucking movie? She is the reason why he is Superman. She is the reason he continues to be Superman. Without Lois Lane, he doesn't want to be Superman. He doesn't want to sit up in space and listen to the cries of millions and millions of people. He wants to be as normal as he possibly can. He can't. But Lois gives him that strength. Lois gives him that center. So when you take Lois out of that equation, yes,
yep.
he will become very evil, very nasty. And this is where that movie scene comes from, the nightmare, where he gets, where Superman has his police, sort of say, you know what I'm saying? And let's not forget, that's a nice little Easter egg, by the way. Superman never had soldiers, but Batman did.
Yeah, he did.
During that
the whole Batman.
Exactly.
Dark Knight Returns.
Right. Yep. And he had they were a lot more aggressive than he wanted them to be, but
you noticed that was a dream sequence.
Exactly.
We knew that.
Exactly.
But
Some people
Joe
can't
Regular.
get past that, right? Some people just don't get past it. Guys, you are watching a superhero movie. It's the same thing with Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? When people were bitching about Star Wars, there's so many things going on, and there were so many questions that need to be answered, and all of them weren't going to get answered this movie. You had to deal with it.
Look at it like watching wrestling. You have to suspend your disbelief at what they're not doing and enjoy what they are doing.
Exactly.
And if you can't do that, well, you know what? Stay home and watch a fucking Notebook.
There you go. That's pretty simple. You know, that goes with Titanic. Same thing. Boat takes off.
You know the fucking boat's
sinks.
going to sink.
There you go.
Don't bitch about what happened. There was enough room in that door for both of them. No shit. Someone has to die. It's a cinematic fucking piece. Oh, fuck you, Comcast.
No, she would have floated away if he didn't keep paddling his little feet. Come on.
There was enough room on that door. A couple college kids years ago proved there was enough room on that door. He didn't have to die. He did not have to die.
Oh, it's a truth. It's a truth.
But he finally won an
you said,
Oscar, so
come
props
on,
to you, man.
Come on, absolutely. All right, guys. So we enjoy this rest of this day. Enjoy your weekend. If you guys are out and about tonight, please drop by the Tokyo Sushi and see both of us live and in color. We will be listening, singing, dancing, and having a hell of a time celebrating two people's awesome birthday. Number one, the immortal beloved, which it was hers first. And like I said, we piggybacked and kind of threw Thor in there because we did kind of like forget that his birthday was on Sunday, and it kind of worked out really good. So
I may be in black and white. I can't.
Drop by, guys.
Might not be in color.
See us, like us, love us, guys. Have an awesome fucking weekend.
Without you, there is no us. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.